2023 has been one for the books for Toronto. The city started off with one mayor, but within a couple of months, we found ourselves in a by-election, and before long, we had a new municipal leader. The last half of 2023 has been an incredibly busy one for Olivia Chow. Toronto's mayor joins us now. It's good to see you, Mayor. Thank you for joining us and making time for CP24.
Good afternoon.
What a year it's been for you.
No kidding.
I want you to go back to, if you can, this time last year. If someone told you that there would be a surprise election and that you would run and that you would win and you would become Toronto's newest mayor, would you believe them?
No, did you see the eyeball rolling? I think you must be kidding. Not a chance, no. Why would there be an election? Why would I want to do this? And, well, here I am.
And what have the last few months been like for Olivia Chow?
It's been fabulous. What an honor and what a privilege to be able to hear the stories of people from every corner of the city and party with them, celebrate the taste of everything everywhere and out on the street, and being able to work together with all the other councillors with a really single focus on making life more affordable for folks. And it's been really, and it's not just the councillors or local residents, it's the staff. The city staff are a very committed lot, so making a lot of changes very quickly.
It's also a tough time to enter office. You've spent the last few months practically begging both levels of government for much needed funding. Oftentimes, Mayor, the money hasn't been enough and concessions have had to be made. I'm thinking of the Ontario Place deal, and you had to, drop that fight. And you're still fighting. You're still fighting for that funding. Has that been frustrating?
No. I mean, it's important. I came in with this $1.5 billion big money, call it shortfall, a big hole, right? So I thought, oh my God, I don't want to go and cut TTC anymore. In fact, I invested in more TTC services and hired more people because our city is growing. You can't cut public transit or any of those kind of things. So, yeah, it's been difficult to get the new deal. Uploading the Gardner and the DVP, which we've been trying to do for several decades, and finally got done. In terms of Ontario Place, we didn't give them the land. We didn't give Premier Ford the zoning approval he needed. He just did it through legislation, which he had the power to do, right?
Do you feel like you let people down, though, because there were people counting on you to fight for that?
Well, fighting is, if you fight, you can win, then it's good. You fight and you know you're going to lose because we just don't have the power to do it. And when they put in the legislation, I checked with the lawyers beforehand. I said, can we resist? Can they basically confiscate the land? Yes, they can. Can they override the zoning law? Yes, they can. I thought, oh, okay. How long can we be in court for? A day or two? We're going to lose? Yes, absolutely. Can we appeal? Yeah, but you're going to lose that too. And they're going to do what they want to do while they're appealing. But one way or another, I'm a very practical person. I want the best for the city. So you saw this a lot of investment that we got in building housing. We have a master plan to build 65,000 units of rental homes for people, right? Rent control. So now we got the money from the federal government and the provincial government. We can begin to build and build and build. So people can have a more affordable life when they don't have to pay so much rent.
I want to talk to you about the shelter and refugee crisis. It's a very real problem, right?
Yeah.
There's people who are sleeping on the sidewalks. And you know, as mayor, that's not okay. When the federal government is asked about it, they're very non-committal. Does that make you lose sleep at night as the leader of this city?
Makes me lose sleep and makes me sad. And it makes me, because I promised in front of a lot of refugees at a church, I said, I will do what I can to make sure there's a refugee shelter plan. Now the city have been busy opening warming center, better living center. We're opening as many shelters as we can. We're getting housing benefits. We're bringing people from shelters into homes. We did about a thousand of those spots. So there's hope for some people, but still, because the number of refugees coming just keep going up and up and up, like more than 5,000 plus of refugees are in our shelters now, right? And we have to turn them down because our shelters are full. So yes, it hurts. And my meeting with the Prime Minister yesterday gave me some hope. He said he understood the plight of the people. He understands that he needs to do something. And I said, when?
Mm-hmm. A question you've been asking a lot.
I know.
When?
I know.
And how much?
Exactly. And I'll find out. We'll find out. I'm convinced the voices of those people that are so generous as they are volunteering or they're working to help these refugees and the refugees themselves, ordinary Torontonians speaking out to say, hey, Torontonians, we take good care of each other, especially newcomers, because our city is built by newcomers, many of them leaving countries that are war-torn or have any number of problems. So we're here, and let's take better care of each other. And I think that voice is so loud, so persistent, so hopeful that I know, I don't know, but I really believe that the Prime Minister will listen.
Okay. Staying with affordable housing. Speaking of the Prime Minister, yesterday was a big news day for the city of Toronto.
Right.
Toronto will receive $471 million over the next few years to accelerate housing development in the city. I sat down with the city's former planner, Jennifer Keesmaat, who really thinks a big issue is going to be removing the red tape at City Hall.
Yes.
How do you plan on making that happen?
I'm planning to put one person in charge. Right now, when an application goes through, there are many departments, and they also don't make it public, so it's not transparent. When you put in an application for approval, you don't know what process is going through, how long it will take. If we put all of that up front, then people will have to be more accountable. And if we put one person in charge, like a concierge service, you come in, we bring all the folks that are needed to approve this process into one spot and said, okay, when can you do what? And let's put a deadline on it. I am convinced it will work. It will be a lot faster, and the process will be a lot simpler. And so it's part technology, part organization, part drive. One person driving it, one table, rather than spreading all over. Look at Cafe TO. Remember how chaotic the application process was, and it took forever? And it was just like a big problem. I said, no. Let's put a deadline. By end of November, get everyone that already have a patio, get most of them approved. Done. I want the application process to start in January. Done. It's happening. I want the application all review by April. Okay. And all patio open by May 2-4 weekend. It's happening. So deadlines, one department in charge. This one is transportation, and not just, oh, is it economic development? Is it planning? Is it transportation? No. One department in charge, clear deadlines.
Okay, looking ahead to 2024.
Sorry to go into all the details, because it matters.
It's important that we talk about this.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll be following up on that and seeing if your vision does in fact come to life. And we'll hold you to it, of course.
Yep.
But looking ahead to 2024, it is no secret that Toronto needs to generate revenue. You've been talking about that massive deficit, still a problem. You weren't afraid to go there on the campaign trail and talk about a property tax hike. You wouldn't commit to a number.
No.
You've now spent quite a bit of time in office. You've taken a look at the budget. Will you commit to a number? What do you offer Torontonians in the form of relief and in the form of expectations for the coming year?
We've already said to those speculators that if you leave a home vacant, we're going to charge you more, okay? And those people that are buying very expensive homes, $3, $5, $10, $20 million, we're going to charge you a bit more. So we've already done that. We've opened up the budget, and people are telling us what matters. And by January...
But is a property tax hike coming?
Oh, yeah, but the budget committee are going to take all the opinions of what people are saying, put the budget together. We just finished hearing from people. We still have to put the budget together, which is what's happening.
Based on what you're seeing, though, people are struggling. There's an affordability crisis, so people are wondering...
I know. Don't worry.
Should I be prepared for a property tax increase? And as mayor, what can you tell them?
Yeah, I think you should be prepared not to worry. That we, both the budget committee and the city staff, is committed in bringing a budget together. You will hear the presentation on January 10th. I don't want to preempt the work of the staff and the budget committee and what they are doing. And then I will then present my budget on February 1st, and then the final approval on February 14th. So all of that will get settled by mid-February.
Okay. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow, thank you for joining us here live in studio. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.